Hi Mom, what's new today? Honey, I'm sorry, but you really need to go to the hospital today. Why? What's wrong? It might be your last chance, sweetie. What do you mean? I know you don't like talking about it. Believe me, I don't either, but it's serious now. If you don't go today, what are you talking about? I can't do this anymore. I'm just trying to hold everything together here. I want to be strong for you, but I'm falling apart. You've been making it so difficult. It's not fair. I haven't done anything wrong. Nothing wrong. Breaking windows, cheating on tests, stealing. I've really been trying. I thought you understood what this has been like for me. I want to be here for you. I understand why you're lashing out, but it's so selfish. Don't you know this is hard for me too? What the fuck is going on? Wait, is she sending me to the hospital for mental care? I'm still confused. I'm still... Why are you throwing this all in my face now? I don't know what's going on anymore. Look, I didn't mean to snap at you. Everyone knows how difficult this is for you, for all of us. What do you want me to do? Please, just go to the hospital today. I know you don't want to, but do this for me. I don't want you to regret that you never did.
Mum told me I had to go to the hospital. I've been putting it off for a while, but I just didn't want to face it.
What the fuck's going on? It's raining now. Great. John's not even here. Paperclip's gone too. Homeless man isn't even here. He's not even here. What? Catherine? Oh, you're here. Finally. What are you doing here? My mom said I should probably come down here and say something. Say what? I don't know. I mean, like, I'm sorry for your loss or whatever. But I don't know what I can do about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. And listen, I guess I'm kind of sorry about the way I've been lately. For ages, really. I haven't noticed that you've been any different. I haven't, but I'm trying to change or something. Where has this come from all of a sudden? It doesn't matter, just shut up and listen, will you? Go on then. I know I've caused trouble for everyone at school in some way or another. Didn't really care at the time. But I won't do that anymore. I mean, I'll try not to. No promises. Okay. That's it anyway. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah, I should probably go anyway. I'm sure you'll be fine. So that's, like, good, right? Yeah, thanks.
It was no surprise to me that Catherine was utterly clueless. I couldn't blame her. If things had been the other way round, what would I say?
What's going on? Miss Martin? I don't want you to worry about school for the time being. We'll all understand this is a difficult time for you. Thanks. I'm sorry I've not been behaving well lately. I don't mean to be that way. It's fine, no one is judging you. Someone your age shouldn't have to face something like this. I wish I wasn't. I know. I'm truly sorry. Believe it or not, I do actually know what you're going through. Really? But why? I probably shouldn't tell you this, but a few years ago I got pregnant. There was a complication and I lost the baby. Oh, that's awful. Are you okay now? I won't lie to you, it's taken a long time for me to come to terms with it. But yes, I'm fine now. You will be too, eventually, even if it doesn't feel like it.
I had no idea Mrs. Martin had lost a child. I don't know why, but it helped to be reminded I'm not the only person to go through something like this.
I think she's going to an insane asylum, seriously. Hi, Anne. Are you going to be okay? I don't know, I guess so. Sorry, I've never really had anything like this happen to me. I don't know what to say. Don't worry, I understand. No one wants to talk about it. No one knows what to say. I guess we don't want to make things worse somehow. nothing anyone could say can make this worse. I suppose not.
Anne wanted to help, but she couldn't. No one could. It was long past the point where anyone could.
What's going on? Hi, Keith. Hey, how are you holding up? Not great, to be honest. I understand. I'm sorry. I forgot his voice. Yeah, everyone seems to be sorry, but I'm not even sure what that means anymore. We just want you to know you're not alone in this. I appreciate this sentiment, but honestly, I am alone. Trust me, I know how it feels. When I lost my dad, it just hurt so much. People wanted to help, but I didn't know how to let them. I know you're trying, but even knowing that doesn't help me. I can't stand all the sympathy. I'm sorry you feel like that. I really do appreciate everything you've done for me. I just wish there was a way I could do the same for you. Don't. Please. Just... not right now. Okay. Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Keith means well, but he just makes me feel even worse about everything.
Central Hospital. Wait, is there more people on the other side? Ooh, there is. Elena, what are you doing here? I know this has been tough for you. I've tried to be a good friend, to be there for you during it all. I know I haven't always been a good friend. Honestly, you've been a terrible friend, and I've been letting you get away with it for so long. I can't do it anymore. Really? You wouldn't say all this to me at a time like this? I know it's not fair, but I just can't put up with it anymore. I'm not your doormat. Great. Thanks. I'm sorry. I really do hope she'll be alright. I hope you'll be alright. But I just can't be there for you. Fine.
I lost Eleanor as a friend that day. I was so angry at her. I wanted to blame her for it, but it was my fault.
Not even my father is here. Holy shit. John, she'll be alright, kiddo. It'll all be fine. It has to be. She! Thanks, and I'm sorry if I said things lately. Things that I shouldn't have. Don't worry about it. No matter what anyone says, they'll know you're going through a tough time. Rough time. I wish I could do things over. Don't fill your head with regrets. Life will always throw crap at you. You just gotta deal with it the best you can. I just feel like I've made so many bad choices. The real kicker is, even if you made different choices, probably wouldn't change the outcome. I don't know about that. Toughest thing about life is realizing how much of it is out of our control. It's not down to making the right choice or the wrong one. That's what hurts the most. Thanks, John, for everything.
John told me it wasn't my fault. I wanted to believe him, but I just wanted so hard to turn back the clock.
Hi. I'm so sorry, my child. I know that times like this can test even the strongest of us. Just don't know how to deal with any of this. Maybe you shouldn't be trying to deal with it. Just accept that we must, at all times, face deep sadness. Is my mother dying? And then what? In time, the sadness will pass, and you will move on with your life. But don't try to rush this process. Just let it happen. That's not very reassuring. At times such as these, there's often no particular solution, no quick fixes to make things better.
I thought the priest would have something to say that made me feel better about everything. But instead, he made me feel like this would go on forever.
Hey, Trev. Hey, I'm sorry about all this. It really sucks. Yeah, I forget his voice too. Yeah, it really does. I wish I had something positive to tell you. I can't even cheer you up with the comic. Why not? I decided not to do it. It's just stressing me out too much. It's okay though. Nobody was looking forward to it. I'm sorry about that, Trevor. I can't stay to talk though. Yeah, it's okay. I just figured I'd let you know. You were the only one who ever asked about it. Thanks. I guess I'll have to stop asking now. I know I'm probably not who you usually go to about stuff like this, but I'm around if you ever want to talk. Thanks, Trevor. You're not as bad you're not as bad everyone says you are. Honestly.
I guess I'd always been dismissive about Trevor, but he was the only one of my friends who seemed to understand what I was going through.
What is going on? What is she going through? Can I help you? Yeah. I mean, I think so. My mother told me I had to come today. Oh, that's right, of course. Just head straight through. She's in the private room at the back. How is she? Is your mom not coming with you? Might be best if we all discussed it together. No, she never tells me anything anyway. Well, I'm just not sure we should talk about it without your mother present. I need to know. Alright, since your mother sent you here, I suppose I should tell you. So, how is she? Right now, she's the most critical patient in the hospital. What's wrong with her? She has a bad infection. Her lungs have been filling with fluid. She's having trouble breathing on her own. What are you doing to fix it? You are fixing it, right? Who is she? We've got her on a respirator to take the pressure off her lungs for now, but we're still waiting on tests so that we know for sure what the infection is. She's on general antibiotics at the moment, but we won't know what course of drugs to give her until we get the results back. Optimistic? She's going to get better though, isn't she? I really can't say one way or the other, but we're doing everything we can. You need to understand, even if she does recover, she's not going to be exactly like she was before. She will need a lot of help. Sister? I'd do anything to help her. I'm sure you would. I'm sorry I couldn't give you better news, but it's part of the job. I can only give you the facts as much as I'd like to dress them up. It's okay. I'm glad you were honest with me. Adults never are. Not even with each other. It doesn't feel like anyone ever tells the truth.
I wanted the nurse to tell me everything was going to be fine, but I appreciated her honesty. Everyone is always too worried about upsetting me to simply tell me the truth.
What? Oh. Dad? I can't. Are you okay? I wasn't there. I should have been there. Please, Dad, you're scaring me. I'm sorry for all of this. For everything. It's not your fault, Dad. Of course it is. She was our responsibility. We're to blame for this. Don't be like this. You know you couldn't have changed anything. If I'd been there, maybe it would have turned out differently. Snap out of this, Dad. I need you. I'm sorry. I've not been there for you. For either of you. You've done your best. It wasn't enough. You should go in. You should see her.
I never thought I'd see my father like this. He'd always been so strong in spite of everything. To see him so broken was a shock.
Sister? Still, I don't know. Are you sure you two are okay? Yes, nothing hit us. My God, what am I going to do? They're going to take good care of her. You should ride with them in the ambulance, but I recommend you take your other daughter home first. I can't lose her. She means everything to me. I thought these things were supposed to be safe. Please, ma'am, just take your daughter home, and then head to the hospital. They will do everything they can.
That day at the carnival was like a dream. It was all too much to process. I couldn't accept that any of it was really happening.
The fuck? Mom? Oh, this is
That day at the carnival was like a dream.
Yeah.
It was all too much to process. I couldn't accept that any of it was really happening.
The end of Grace. They called her Lady Grace, but in truth, she was the big boss. Nothing happened at the carnival without her approval. When she inherited the carnival from her father, it already had a grand reputation. Under her leadership, it would become so much more. She demanded that everyone who walked through the gates would find something that would amaze, excite, or delight them. There had been a few accidents, but nothing serious. She managed every aspect of maintenance carefully and fired anyone who didn't. She was always calm and decisive. No matter how bad things got, she always had a plan to fix whatever problems arose. Until the day the big wheel fell. Only one cart had come loose, and later she was told the damage was so subtle it would have been impossible to spot beforehand. However, that cart had been occupied. A young girl had ridden alone while her mother and sister waited at the bottom. To any other carnival, a single blameless death might not have been the end. However, their renown worked against them. Soon all their bookings were being cancelled, and it hit everyone hard, especially Lady Grace. She gathered everyone together for one final meal, to remember the good times, to celebrate what they had achieved, to say goodbye.
What's written on the pages of my journal is not a chronicle of my life. None of these moments really happened like this, but this is how I remember them now.
So, she had a sister. Okay. Where do I go?
Looking back at my childhood, it's hard to understand why I said the things I did. I didn't understand how they would affect the people around me. Every choice I remember opens a door to a different world, a dream of how things might have been if I'd made better choices, been a better person. When I tore out those pages, I thought I could write a new story, a second chance when I'd lost all hope, a better history than the one that actually happened.
Wait, are these actual games? White Chamber sounds familiar. Last chance for humanity is looked with energy. I'm gonna look this up, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna look these up. Not right now though, but I will write them down. Cairo and the White Chamber. Okay. They're written down. I'm gonna check them out.
In this new reality, we'd still be together. We'd be happy. But eventually, I had to wake up. This is the day my sister died.
I'm sorry I haven't been to visit in a while. I want to be strong, like you. I wanted to sit by your bed until you were better. I'm not strong, though. Seeing you like this, it's too much for me. When it happened, it was like the whole thing was just a dream. I didn't know what to think. I couldn't believe it was real. Mom didn't want to let me see you at first. I was so scared. Nobody would tell me what was happening. But when I first saw you lying there, I thought everything would be fine. You looked fine. I just tried to convince myself that you were going to get better. That's what people do in hospitals, right? One day they tell me you've improved, but the next they say you were worse again. Eventually I asked Mom to stop telling me how you were. I stopped coming to see you. I'm sorry, it was selfish and I don't like how it made me feel. But now, they don't want to say it, but they're losing you. You're gonna be gone soon. Feels like you've already been gone for a while. Like my sister died at the carnival, and this is just a body that's been hanging around ever since. I've been lying to myself every day, tricking myself into thinking my life could just go on as if nothing was happening. It's easy, Nobody else wants to talk to you about you either. If I mention you, they barely respond or just change the subject. They're all carrying on like normal, but I'm falling apart. They say they're there for me, but they don't mean it. I feel so alone in all of this. You were the only person I could ever talk to about stuff like this, and now you're... Mom sent me here so I could say goodbye, but I can't do it.
See you around, sis. I'm sorry I lied to you. I didn't tell you about her. About how amazing she was. I should have used our time together to explain to you just how caring and generous she was.
Oh.
I'm not saying she was perfect, but she was a better person than I could ever be. She made me who I am, and by pretending she didn't exist, I've betrayed her. I'm still selfish. I built a dream world for myself, a place where I only had to worry about my own problems and forgot about everyone else's. Maybe I've not changed that much since I was a kid. I could have said thousands of words about her, and you'd still not know her like I did. You'd never understand what she meant to me, or why. I want to tell you that I think about her every day, but that wouldn't be true either. Some days it's easier to just focus on what's in front of me than remember the sadness eating away at me. I want to tell you that the memories I have of her are of the good times we shared, but remembering her face brings me pain. It reminds me how empty, how alone I feel without her. I want to tell you that it's become easier over time. Maybe it has, but every time I wake up from dreams about her, it's like losing her all over again. She would be so proud to see how far I've come. I couldn't have done it without her. I hate that she couldn't see what she gave me. I know I'm not special. We all lose people, and although I'd lost people before, losing her hurt me in a way I can't put into words. Many of our struggles in life make us stronger, but this broke me down. It gave me wounds that might never heal, scars that might never fade. I'm a weaker person now. Maybe that's how it should be. I wish I had some final, clever thought to end with. One that might make you understand what all this was about. But all I have is me. A broken, messed up person, trying to struggle through a life that doesn't make sense. That's just who I am.
That was journal. That was journal. It felt all over the place. It really did. It felt like it tried to go one way, but the next moment it went another. Like, all of these troubles happened to this one person. And I think that's way too many troubles for one person. Like, she would probably be in some sort of a counseling thing by now. Honestly. Having to deal with breakup of family, having to deal with a friend leaving her, dealing with troubles at school, a mother dying, a sister grandmother dead, sister dying. Most of this she would have to have therapy for. And it doesn't seem realistic. I know it's saying for me, oh, you can get a different ending if you do different things. I'm not gonna try and get any other ending. This is the ending that I got. And if I try to do another ending, I'll probably just end up doing the same one accidentally somehow. So I have no idea how you would do another ending. It tried to go for the choose your own adventure sort of thing, but there weren't enough choices to have that sort of an effect. And it also it kept on leaving out details of what was going on. I did not realize that she had a sister at all. They mentioned nothing of a sister until the last chapter. They said nothing about how they broke up. Maybe that's a different outcome. I don't know. I have a feeling that they slept together or something. For all I know, he could have been an engineer and he tampered with the Ferris wheel that killed her sister. I don't know. There were a lot of life lessons in this, and a lot of them were just, I don't know. It's just, it didn't feel right in my head. And I did not connect with this character at all, which made it even harder. It's a short game though, so it's the only real reason I played it, was because it was short. But this game has come to a close. I might as well get this video to a close. And this whole entire series. If you guys are having a bad day, hopefully not as bad as this girl. But if you are somehow, you can message me and rant to me about your troubles, and I will probably either sympathize or empathize. But if you're having a good day, try to make it better. And I'll see you guys next time. And hopefully a happier game. See ya.